And today we will have a presentation from Assistant Professor Niramon Serisakul. And the title is Data Technology and Urban Design, How to Make Bangkok More Walkable. Okay, for Ms. Niramon, are you ready? The time is yours, but your time is about 25 minutes, and I think your time is until 12:15.
Okay. Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Do you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
So thank you for presentation of all speakers. Very interesting, and especially by Professor Cross. Has mentioned a lot about the challenge of climate change. So maybe my presentation might adding up on that. So data technology and urban design, how to make Bangkok more walkable. So this is one of our projects that we have been doing for 5-6 years already. Everybody knows that walkability is a prerequisite for livable city. No livable city is not walkable. This is everybody knows. And walkability has a closely linked to climate change. Professor Cross has mentioned formally. But besides environmental issues, in terms of economics, walkability also has, a great benefit on the city. For example, like income distribution, wealth distribution. As you see in the pictures, this is a picture of the street in Kyoto. So department store is not the answer. I need to tell this to Bangkok and to Thailand because here department store is a central to our life. So this in the walkable city, department store is not the only answer. So in the city that you can walk, your shops can locate anywhere because your clients or pedestrian can, go into every corners in the city. So, and everybody knows that slower you travel, slower you commute, more chances you could spend. So that's why many city reinvest in the, especially in the inner city areas, try to improve the quality of the sidewalk, the network, and also, the walking environment, because it makes, it helps shops, especially small shops, gain prosperity. Many cities has done research, economic impact in relationship with walkability. For example, in city of Melbourne, the income distribution increased 1.5 times before and after the reinvestment in the sidewalk in the inner city area. Besides increasing income distribution, also another benefit is walkability, is cutting down the transportation costs. This is very important for Bangkok city because here we spend so much. The highest in the region in terms of travel expenses. So in the city that you can just pay one time in like a rail or the bus, and first mile or last mile you just walk or bike. So this is very important for people who live in the city. So that is why we need to make our city more walkable, especially in this city, Bangkok. I don't know. I don't have to elaborate how bad the traffic in our city is. This is the world notorious traffic jam in the world for 5 years. So this is every day, morning and evening, people spend time in the cars. According to our research, certain people spend around 800 hours per year in the car, means 1 month and 3 days. So 12 years, you spend 1 year in your car. it means a lot, and you lost a lot. So this is just a quick number to show how, I mean, the situation in Bangkok is 800 hours per year in the car, you already know. And every year, the number of the car increase 17%, which is a lot, which is equivalent to 500,000 car per year increase, and top up to 11 million cars register in this city. So in this city, we have like 1.5 car per capita. And as you know that when you drive your private car, you have already emit 200 grams of carbon monoxide per kilometers. And if you stop, and if the traffic jam and you stop your car, your car stays still, is double. And there's a calculation according to Kasikorn Research Institute. Every day, the car emission, the carbon monoxide from the car, the volume equivalent to the highest building, 23,000 of Mahanakhon building, which is one of the tallest building in the city. So this is a very, I mean, this is a very bad, especially in terms of climate change, and also in terms of everything, our health, our economic and everything. So it doesn't mean that our city hasn't invested in the rail or public transit. We invest a lot. I mean, 1 trillion baht from public money invest in developed the rail system in Bangkok and surrounding cities. 12 lines and almost 250 stations is going to be built and going to be completed in less than 10 years from now. And since 2008, there's a good trend. This is a reverse from the urban sprawl trend, is returning to the city. Many people move back to live in the city. Of course, it's because of the traffic congestion problem. So this is 2008 has marked as the first year that the unit of residential development in the inner city area is the outnumber from a detached house from the suburban area. So this is quite, give like positive view for our pictures. But actually, the number of the cars that you've seen before is not decreasing. So even you invest a lot on the rail system in the city, but the first mile and the last mile is still very inconvenient to walk, not very safe to walk, very hot to walk. And when it rains, Bangkok, 8 months in a year is rainy season. So it's very difficult to walk. So even you invest a lot in the rail system, but the first mile and the last mile is still unwalkable. So people still don't leave their cars in their home, and they still drive a lot. So, and when you look at the feeder system, this is one of the feeder system that people use a lot every day, 3 million trips for motorcycle taxi. This is evidence that the city is not walkable. When as soon as you get out from the BTS station, the elevated SkyTrain, the first thing you do is to look for the motorcycle taxi, because it's very difficult to walk and very hot and everything that I mentioned. So you take a motorcycle taxi, and this is still the situation. And overall, the pictures about the walkability in the city is still quite inconvenient, unsafe, and unpleasant. So this is the situation not in the fringe, but in the city center. Is in the in the city center, central business district. No crossing, very few crossing, and people have to cross by themselves. Very dangerous. And also nowadays for 3 years already, 4 years, that Bangkok has been suffer from PM 2.5. Before it was not so much, but now also thanks to the global situation, climate change. So now Bangkok has suffered a lot from PM 2.5. And according to the studies from many scientific institutions, so the contribution of the PM 2.5 in Bangkok, 70% is from the car emissions. So if we cannot make the city more walkable, make the first mile and last mile more walkable, people don't leave the cars at their home. So this is one of our mission to make Bangkok more walkable. So this is a price when you cannot walk in the city, when you in your city. Yes, of course, the highest travel expense in the region. So 20% is transportation cost. So it's very high. 1/5 is we pay every day for traveling. Of course, opportunity loss, like 1 month and 3 days per year you spend in your car. So in Bangkok, people have a television in their cars because 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. So you can watch even like one movie. And of course, when you stay a lot in your car, and it makes you, suffer a lot from sedentary diseases. One of that is obesity. So in Bangkok, we have the highest number of the people who suffer from obesity, 44%, compared to average in Thailand. So if walkability is very important for us, for our city, and for our individual wellness situation. So we need to be able to understand the situation of the walkability in our city. So the first thing we do is to measure it, to measure the walkability. So this is the thing that we start 6 years ago. This is a map to show the potential in the city that you can live without car, because everything that you have to walk into in your daily life located within the walkability, within the walkable distances. According to our survey, it is 800 meters. The area that you can leave your car at your home is the green area. The green area is the destination, the daily destination that you have to walk, distribute, densely within the walkable distances. There are 6 destinations in your daily life. School, the place you study, the place you work, the place you make your shopping, the place you make your recreational activities, the place you make your errands, and the place you make your transit. So this is 6 types of the destination that you have to walk into. So this is the collaboration between urban planners, urban designer, and data scientists that create this project called Good Walk Thailand. So this is, I would say, this is the first big and open urban data in Thailand that to show you, to make you understand, and to make you be able to measure the walkability in your city. Not only in Bangkok, but we also do it in 33 regional cities. I tell you later. So you can go here. Everybody can go here and you type your area, the name of your street, the name of your district, and then you have your data. So when we start this project 6 years ago, we have been asked a lot, why you do this project, because Bangkok people do not walk. But actually, according to our survey, we did a survey extensively in 50 district in Bangkok, we discovered that we found that Bangkok people do walk. We walk up to 800 meters, or we are willing to walk up to 10 minutes, like in Japan. Sorry, it is Thai, but in Japan it's 820, and in America it's 805. Hong Kong is much less than us. So this is what we discover, and this is quite positive. And actually, a lot people are walking. A lot of them, according to our city, just 30% that people use travel by using their private car, but the rest, up to almost 70%, they use other means of transportation, public transportation, walking or semi-public transportation. But they also feel that it's very difficult to walk in Bangkok. So it's full of obstacles. For example, unused telephone booths, police station booths that always located on the sidewalk, and the trees just located in the middle of the sidewalk. Also, the lack of shading and the lack of the shelter to protect pedestrians from the very hot sun and rain. Also, it seems very dangerous to walk because not enough lighting. In Bangkok, many streets it just fall dark after like 6 because not enough lighting, dirtiness, and also poor quality of pavement. This is really discourage you from walking, but still people still walk a lot. So this is the big and open urban data that open for everybody, for researcher, for citizen, and for everybody. You just go there and you type the name of the street you live in, you work, or your district. So there's a score we call walk score, that to show if your district or your street walkable or not. So what is the situation, how Bangkok is walkable? We discover that if we focus only in the inner city area where the rail transportation heavily and intensely invested, 60% of the inner city area, or equivalent to 17 districts of Bangkok, is walkable. You see, it's green area. But if we look at the whole city of Bangkok, Bangkok is very strange because this is a city that this is a city that the area is larger than the province because now the urban is really extend to towards the surrounding city. We became the mega urban region. So if we look at 1,500 square kilometer of the Bangkok area, only 11% is walkable. So you see, it's just limited within the inner city area. And if we look at the BMR, or Bangkok Metropolitan Region, it's just 2.5. It's very low. And average in the city area, in the inner city area, good walk score is quite not so bad. We have 55 from 100. So at least we 50%, we pass 50%, but not the rest of the city. So this is we try to convince the policymaker, because the policymakers believe that as soon as they invest the rail and the station, done. So it can automatically make the city, more potential, more competitive and everything, but it's not like that. So this is what we shown to last week. We shown to the Bank of Thailand, and so before that we shown to the Prime Minister. We had a discussion with them. So this is the old CBD. The old CBD of Bangkok, Silom Sathorn. and not Bangkok, I'm sorry, and Surawong. So this is the area that this is one of the first area that the rail system has been invest. And you see the block size, because this is the old city area, inner city area. So the block size is quite small, it's more walkable, and the network of the sidewalk is nicely linked. The quality of the pavement is not so bad. So you see the agglomeration of the economic activities. You see the red rectangle, big and small, and also the offices, blue rectangle. So it's agglomerate within this area, the green. You see the green is the good and the walkable area shown by the good walk map. So the good walk score here is 75%. So this is we try to convince that if even you invest the rail system and the station, it doesn't automatically induce a nice and inclusive and a nice neighborhood. Look at the new CBD that designated by Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, Rama 9 and Rachada has been designated by city plan, the latest city plan, to be the new CBD, because in Silom Sathorn is really reached the ceiling. So now they invest a lot in the underground train, the Blue Line, and the airport rail link, the elevated line. But you see the green color, the walkability score is just lower than standard. So it's just 35%, because the block size is very big and very poor sidewalk connectivity. Forget about walkability, because the pavement condition is very bad. So you see there's no agglomeration of the business or the commercial activity. It's just still very ribbon development. It's just like
Sorry,
that.
Ms. Niramon. You have
Yes.
5 minutes left.
Yes, but
Okay.
yes, but it was late. It was late before me.
Okay.
Can I have?
Okay, no problem. Okay, take your time.
So it's yeah. So be able to walk is different from convenient, safe, and pleasant to walk. So this is the quality of the walking environment. That's not only the doing urban big data. We also doing a kind of the urban design survey. So we did extensive survey in the almost 1,000 streets, and we discovered that even in the green area, the area that you can walk 800 meters, but the quality of the pavement is so poor. This is the area in a historical town called Ratanakosin. Many of you have visited, the Grand Palace. So you see, even it's green area, but the quality of the pavement is not convenient to walk, it's not safe to walk, and it's not pleasant to walk. 55% of the sidewalk is has that quality. So we try. This is when we had a chance to communicate and to discuss with the cabinet and the national social and economic development board. They discuss about the Thailand competitiveness. They would like to maximize the GDP from tourism industry from 20% to 30%. I said it's impossible, because now we reached the ceiling. We trap in the middle tourism income trap like this. If you would like to maximize that, you need to really invest, especially in the walkable infrastructure. So this is what we use. Data science, data technology, together with the urban planning and design to unlock the potential of the city. So this is the project that we did for Bangkok City Administration 5 years ago, and now it's ongoing. So you see, everything is based on the idea of how to make Bangkok more walkable, how to make our district, which is so diverse and so interesting, to be able to synergize through the green network, to the rail and water mobility through feeder system, and especially through walk and bike. And this is the first project that has been success despite political instability. So when we present this project, it was a former governor, and then the former governor has been removed by the government, the military government, and now it's another governor. But this project still has been put on the top priority, and finally it has been realized. So this is a project that initial idea is to link the, two sides of the river, the historical district, Thonburi and Ratanakosin together, because it's an abundance of the cultural sites, school, public facility. And before that, it's very difficult to communicate because difficult to walk. So now it has been linked, and has been linked by transforming the unused rail track into a nice green space, and with the view spot. So this is became a very popular and really make people walk more between two sides of the river. So, and this is we so proud of that. Bangkok City is very proud that the World Economic Forum has been report about our project. So according to this, we connect this missing link between west and east side of the river. And now you see the network has been improved. 15-minute city, which was unimaginable in Bangkok City, and now is possible from Thonburi through Chinatown. You just go there through bicycle in 15-minute city. So this is it's just in less than 1 year, and you see already a positive impact from this. And this is what we use. This is the core competency of UDC, Urban Design Development Center. So we work with data scientists. So we always use this to validate if our urban planning and design proposal is good for the city. So we show that after construct the Chao Phraya Sky Bridge, there's a great improvement of the food accessibility from the score 49 to 76.
Okay, Ms. Niramon,
So
can you
this is
soon close your presentation? Sorry.
Yes. Thank you.
Can you soon close your presentation? Already? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for a provoking presentation from Ms. Niramon. And soon, yes, we now enter the discussion session. From the chat room, we received some questions from the audience. I will read the questions. Okay, let me check. Yes, we have a question from Ms. Gina Sabita. Ms. Gina Sabita has a question for Ms. Niramon.
Yes.
Yeah, I will read.
So you have to prioritize. Maybe I'm not in the position to answer to that. Our mission is to make the city environment better by making the city more walkable. So if the motorcycle taxi is going to lose their job because the city more walkable, I don't know. I think other people need to respond to that. And we have been discussed with also with the motorcycle taxi. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. It's not easy to make Bangkok more walkable. So we have been working 6 years already, and a few projects has been realized and visualized, and everybody appreciate that. And now politicians, not only the existing governor, but also, I mean, the candidates, and also in other regional city, the mayor, they really adopt the walkable city as their policy. So if you ask if motorcycle taxi is going to lose their job, I don't know. But we did work with them. We have, I mean, we have a project with the Motorcycle Taxi Association in Thailand. We work with the chairman and the team because now motorcycle taxi is a kind of the supporting feeder, and they have a problem. Even though there's 3 million trips per day, this is a number 5 years ago. Now I think is maybe more, but the city still don't recognize their existence. They cannot really officially, they cannot put their stand on the sidewalk because a city police will charge them. In the certain area, they're going to move down to the street, and then the police is going to charge them. So now we are working with the association and the city how to really design. I mean, especially the station, the TOD that can link the rail, motorcycle taxi, and every other modes of transportation, especially also the walkability. Don't put your stand, the motorcycle taxi, to obstruct the pedestrians route, traffic, like that. I think this is a separate issues, and it's not on our mission. I think it's influenced by the rail development system. So the data show that increase especially the number of the residential development increase around the rail, along the rail, and around the station. I think it's just normal, like other city. Before it's just development along the road, the street to the suburb, and now it's reversed to the city area.
Okay, thank you very much for Ms. Niramon for the answer. We still have 3 minutes.